By 1972, Nolan Bushnell was met with the failure of his first arcade game, Computer Space. But he wasn't about to let this minor setback stand in his way, because the next thing he did was start a company. And after turning to the Japanese language for a company name, he ended up finding the perfect word: Atari. The next thing he did was purchase a few cheap pinball machines and started a pinball route around town in order to get some income rolling in for the company. Then, as fate would have it, in May of 1972, Magnavox held a private demonstration of the Magnavox Odyssey, and it's alleged that one of the people attending the demonstration was Nolan Bushnell. No one can really confirm if he was actually there or not, but if he was, then this would have been the inspiration that set off a chain of events that would forever change history. Shortly thereafter, Nolan Bushnell hired Al Alcorn to come up with a game similar to the one on the Magnavox Odyssey, but in addition to having a ball and paddles, this one would have sidewalls and a scoring system. Not only did Al create the game Nolan had told him to make, but he also designed the game to speed up the longer you played, and the ball to alter its trajectory depending on where it struck the paddle. With these enhancements in place, Pong was born. Alright! Yeah! Alright! Take that, player 2! Who the hell am I playing against? In order to gauge public reaction, Nolan placed the new game in a bar along his pinball route called Handicaps. A few days later, the owner of the bar called them up and informed them that the machine had stopped working. After inspecting the machine, however, they quickly found out that the problem wasn't with the game itself, but actually the problem lied with all the quarters clogging up the insides of the machine. So now it was official, Pong was a hit. In the next few months, Pong became so huge that Atari had orders coming in from all over the country. Popular games at this time were generating around $40 a week, but Pong was generating over 5 times that amount. But as soon as Pong became popular, another problem was about to hit Atari: copycats. Within weeks, dozens of other companies started copying the exact same game and selling their own Pong machines. By mid-74, less than 1/3 of all the Pong machines that existed were actually made by Atari. In the following months, Atari continued to expand their operation by releasing slightly altered versions of Pong, and they started releasing them more quickly in order to out-innovate the competition. These included Pin Pong, Pong Doubles, Quadra Pong, Super Pong, and more. But Nolan kept looking for the next big idea, and began asking his staff, what else can we do with a video game? Atari soon answered that question by releasing a game called Space Race. Breaking away from the Pong formula, this game consists of 2 spaceships placed at the bottom of the screen, and the goal here is to reach the top before the other player does, and you must do this while dodging meteors, asteroids, and Imperial TIE fighters? Ah, crap! Even though Space Race was a step in the right direction, the public response towards this game was lukewarm at best, and it performed rather poorly. A few months later, Atari released a third game called Gotcha. This 2-player game is based on the concept of one player trying to catch the other while running around a maze that's constantly changing. But watch out, because these changes can help you escape, or be your downfall in getting caught. God, this game sucks. Sadly, this game never became a hit with the public, but there was, however, some controversy surrounding it. The first production run of the Gotcha arcade cabinets were made with these 2 pink rubber mounds for controls, and people immediately started calling this the Boob Game since they resembled 2 large breasts. After that, Atari then changed the controls to joysticks. But I think I'll just stick with the version with the rubber mounds. Hey baby. And if that wasn't enough to make you wonder about this game, just check out the promotional flyer. I'm not sure what the hell is going on in this picture, but there are definitely some shenanigans afoot. Whoa! I'll just save this for later. Atari's next arcade game was called Rebound. The point in this game is to keep the ball from falling off your side of the screen. And the longer you play, the higher the divider net raises. Just don't accidentally hit it. But sadly, like the two games before it, Rebound still wasn't hitting the sweet spot with the public. The next game, released in March of 1974, was called Gran Trackpad, and it became Atari's second biggest hit. In this game, the player takes control of a race car, and your mission is to drive around the track as you race against the clock. Alright, let's burn rubber, baby! Oh shit! The last Atari game to be released in '74 was called Tank. Alright son, we're going to war. In this game, both players take control of tanks in order to blow each other up. Oh, and watch out for the landmines. Fire in the hole, you bastards! Even though Tank had a very simple concept, it would become Atari's third popular game. By the time 1975 rolled around, video games were slowly catching on with the masses. Nolan, however, had even bigger plans in mind for his growing company, and was now ready to tackle the home consumer market. Coming up next, the Pong Wars.